See Granger, Las Vegas Sun. We all know how good Marc-Andre Fleury is, but when you get him in the expansion draft, kind of is this the moment that you're expecting out of him and that you're getting him for?
Well, we didn't expect to be here, to be honest with you, but like you said, once the season got going, we knew we were a good hockey team, and no, he's a great goalie, and everybody knows that. I don't got to talk about Marc-Andre Fleury. He's our star player, and he's great. He does it every night for us, and that's why we're here. That's why we won 1-0 tonight. Played real solid.
Sir, Steve Carter from the Review Journal. Will Carrier was setting the tone for his team tonight, and then he left the game in the third period. He talked about his performance and his status and what happened that forced him to leave the game.
Yeah, well, no, he played an excellent game. He was finishing checks. The first period, I think he had 6 big hits, and all clean, hard hits, and played a good hockey game. And you know, obviously, we all see what happened with the hit that he left the game. So he's basically day to day, and we'll see where we're at tomorrow. But
Did you think it was a clean hit, or was it?
I thought it was a bad hit. But again, it's not for me to decide. The referee didn't think it was a penalty, but I'm sure people will look at that hit and they'll make a decision on it.
Coach Brian Blessing, Vegas Hockey Howling, over here, Coach.
Yeah.
Not a lot of working room out there both ways, but was this one of the most complete, in your opinion, 60-minute efforts with forwards coming back, clearing the front of the net for Fleury in your own end? Was this one of the most complete efforts all year?
It was definitely a playoff game, and it was a tight check-in game. And like I said, both goalies made some real key saves. I mean, it wasn't really a 1-0 game. It was probably a 4-3 game for somebody. But the goaltending was excellent, and then I thought, like I said, everybody had a big part of us winning the hockey game tonight. Nobody didn't show up. Every line was good, every defense was good, and the goaltending was excellent. So I thought our team competed real hard, and the same with LA. They played a good, hard, solid hockey game. And anytime you lose 1-0 or win 1-0, it's a hell of a game.
Coach Alan Snell here with LVSportsBiz.com. The team seemed to come out of the box flying, and I was wondering what impact did that intense pre-game whole presentation have in terms of pumping up and stoking up the crowd, the players, lowering that gigantic helmet down to the ice. It seemed like it transferred to the team's energy coming right out of the box. Can you comment on that, please?
I thought you were talking about my pre-game speech, and I was going to say, well, it wasn't that, believe me. No, it was outstanding. The guys, you know what, our fans have been like that all season long, the helmet, coming out of the helmet today, so just those stuff that the organization does, and the fan support that we get is unbelievable. So the guys are definitely excited and pumped up, and you know, that's what they call the home ice. It was outstanding for us.
Coach Willie Ramirez with the Associated Press. It seemed like you might have taken a page out of their book, sticking to Golden Knights hockey and skating fast, but also really being physical right out of the block, punching the bully in the mouth. And was that the game plan and coming up, combining your speed and being physical?
Yeah, but you know what? Our guys played the game the way they play it. Willie Carrier plays that game every time he plays, you know, maybe a little more intense tonight. But you didn't see Marchessault and those guys running around. They played the game that they play. So that's what I was proud about our team. We didn't change our game because it's a first playoff game. We played hard, we played intense hockey, but it wasn't everybody running around trying to throw body checks, and we didn't get involved in a whole lot of scrums. That's not part of our game, you know. So whistle goes, we get out of there. But we protect the front of our net and we play hard, and so I like the way our guys come out.
Ken Bolkes and Midnight Vegas. First off, what was the pregame speech?
It was continue to do the same thing we do. Play fast, play quick, and work hard and have a lot of fun.
And secondly, do you think that's the best game all season your team has played on the forecheck?
That was real good, especially the first period. The third period, I thought we got away from it a little bit. We weren't supporting the puck as well, but I thought the first 2 periods was excellent. We pressed hard, we forechecked hard, and again, you know, it wasn't a 1-0 hockey game tonight. The goaltenders on both sides were excellent.
Coach Brian Feldman, Fox Sports Radio, out of line. I know it's one game and it's cliche-ish, but it is still one game. It's the first game, playoff game in the history of this team, and you won it 1-0. Does that send a message to the LA Kings and talk about the first game, getting the first game?
No, it sends a message to us. You know, I mean, it's another first for our organization. It's a big playoff game, and I love the way our team responded. We played hard, we played well, we weren't intimidated by nothing, so we just came out and played another hockey game, and like you said, it's one big win in the series, but it's a great way to start for us.
Shane Payne, Hockey Buzz. First, a couple periods of this game seemed pretty tight, but in the third, you guys were able to take it to them a bit. What opened up, or what did you guys do to open things up?
No, I think it's like anything else. When it goes 1-0 that long in a hockey game, things are going to open up a little bit, and I think their defense was pressing, and I think we got a couple opportunities, but, you know, overall, that we didn't change our game at all. You know, we played a few matchups, and, you know, Kopitar and those guys are so dangerous, our top lines are so dangerous for the hockey team, and I think we did a good job overall on them, but again, it was one of those games that was real close both ways, and we were fortunate enough to get the 2 points tonight, or the 1 win, so.
Gary Lawless, Vegas Golden Knights. The Turk, Braden McNabb is not a guy who gets a lot of accolades, but his stick was excellent tonight, and you did use him a lot against Kopitar. What did you think of this game?
He played real solid, and that's Braden, he steps up to the plate for us all the time. Him and Nate Smith play a lot of minutes, and they did a real good job, and like you said, he's not the most flashiest guy out there, but he's real effective for us.
Yeah, both Theodore and Miller were really aggressive. Did Ryan speak to them about making sure they didn't play scared and they played with that confidence that makes them so dangerous?
Yeah, both of those guys are confident guys, and like I said, in the playoff hockey, you don't want to make mistakes, and the guys didn't make any mistakes. They moved the puck real well, and they had offensive opportunities, and that's what they are. They both skate well, they both shoot the puck well, and they're a big part of our offense, but again, in the playoff hockey, it's all about defensive hockey and doing the right things with the puck, and I thought we did a good job with that tonight.
Coach, Joe Payne, Las Vegas advisor. There was talk with the home ice advantage that...
I can't find...
I'm ready, Coach. There was talk with the home ice advantage that you would try to keep the top line away from Doherty, but you seem to have no problems matching up against them all night. You never made a change to get away from him.
I'm not that smart. I put my guys over the board and I want them to play. They're good hockey players, and like I said, I respect Drew Doughty and the players that they're playing, but if they're gonna play that many minutes and they're defending, then that's a good thing for me if he's defending, because he's a top player and he carries a lot of offense. So, again, sometimes, like I said, we'll put different lines out there, but for the most part, I'm gonna let them match up against us. We'll play our game, we'll work hard, and I like what I throw over the boards, and, you know, I don't worry a whole lot about matchups. And don't get me wrong, we do a little bit, but not as much as some teams.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Time for a few more here, Jesse, and then John.
Coach, Elmar talked about the play where Fleury was bouncing the puck on his stick and said, kind of showed how confident and how relaxed he is out there, and he feels like it kind of transferred to the rest of the team. Just, can you talk about the effect Fleury has on the rest of the team? Maybe not his play, but just mentally?
Yeah, no, again, when we got him in expansion draft, we knew what we were getting. We knew we were getting a great person, a confident guy, and like you said, not many guys are going to do that in the playoffs, but he's been in so many playoff games and won so many big playoff games. He just keeps our guys loose, and that's the best way for us, you know. He's a leader, he's a great goaltender, but he keeps the guys loose, and he's an important part of our group, of course.
Coach John Castellino, UNLV, you mentioned obviously the pregame festivities and the atmosphere, and you've talked around it, but specifically tell us how your team wasn't overwhelmed by the moment, and it seems like they've risen up in these big moments and haven't been overwhelmed.
Yeah, no, they expected the ovation and everything tonight, and they thought it was, like I said, all season long it's been unbelievable, but again, it went to another level tonight, and the players expected that, and you know, I think we came out of the gate and we played real hard, we forechecked real hard, and that definitely helps our hockey team.